Hey everyone, and welcome to my Draw My Life video. I've wanted to film this for so long. I know this is probably 4 years ago, but I'm a little behind, and I hope you enjoy. It's obviously going to be different than most of my videos, but I just wanted to give some of my newer viewers some background in my life, and maybe you can have some insight into see why I am the way I am. So my twin sister Lucy and I were born on March 11th, 1997 to two loving parents, Dan and Heidi Geraghty in Albany, New York. And Lucy was actually only 2 pounds and I was 3 pounds since we were 2.5 months premature. And doctors actually warned my parents of health complications we could have since we were born so early, but we were so blessed to turn out healthy and happy. Although we did have to stay in incubators in the hospital for about a month after we were born. The earliest I can remember, I was probably around age 4, and I just remember having a blast, going on adventures, and just living it up with my twin sister. Our parents love us so much and would do anything to make us happy. I feel extremely blessed to have parents as great as ours, and I know everyone thinks they have the best parents, but I truly believe that. My dad was truly an exceptional dad and would make seriously everything fun, full of joy and laughter. I remember things as simple as getting new kitchen appliances or furniture for our family room. He would take the boxes and make fairy princess castles for Lucy and me, and we would have the best times just decorating them. He would take us on fun adventures literally every day, and we would just explore. A lot of this is reflected in home videos he would make for us, which we love to watch. And my mom is just in less of these videos since she had less time off of work than my dad, and that's why it was just the 3 of us a lot of the time. On Lucy's and my 6th Christmas, I remember we got a little kitty named George who we adored. George was seriously the best little kitty, and he was a Bengal cat, so he kind of looked like a cheetah, and he was my best friend for so long. We also played so many sports growing up, and I'm so thankful for that. My dad had Lucy and I start playing basketball in just the 1st grade because he was so excited for us to get started. Me, not so much. He actually had to convince me to keep playing basketball by saying I could have anything I wanted. And me, being a little 1st grader, obviously I picked the new Britney Spears perfume. Then we started soccer in the 3rd grade, which I knew from the beginning really wasn't my thing. But Lucy and I still made really great friends benchwarming, and it's actually how we met one of our best friends to this day, Taylor. Also in the 3rd grade, we got a Great Dane named Lex, who was the best doggy and my mom's actual dream come true. She had always wanted a Great Dane growing up and finally got one. In the 5th grade, it was Lucy's and my first time on a plane, which I feel like is such a big benchmark in our life. And we went to Cancun on a family vacation with our parents. This is when I really fell in love with Cancun, and it'll always have a special spot in my heart. Sadly, while we were enjoying our time in Mexico, our beloved doggy Lex went to heaven on his 3rd birthday. And just a couple weeks after Lex passed away, we welcomed a squishy new Great Dane puppy into our family named Ozzy. We also started playing volleyball in the 5th grade. Then in the 6th grade, Lucy and I joined a swim team, which I always felt was the best workout. I seriously still think that to this day. I remember my first practice, actually, I was so nervous and I swallowed so much chlorinated water that I got up on the pool deck after practice and I threw up everywhere. Then in the 8th grade, we had friends that were on the rowing team and convinced us to join. At this point, we had to narrow down the 4 sports we were playing, and we stopped playing basketball. I remember it being tough leaving rowing practice and going straight to volleyball practices, but sports are something I'm truly so grateful for growing up, and they really taught me to stick to my commitments. And then I actually remember really enjoying my freshman year of high school. I loved being with the big kids and just starting this next chapter of my life. Lucy and I also had to stop playing volleyball our freshman year and just focused on swimming and rowing. Then... in April of 2012, at the end of my freshman year of high school, my best friend Hannah was over at my house and showed me makeup tutorials and clothing hauls on this website called YouTube. At first I thought it was so odd, people broadcasting their life on the internet, and then I started to realize how cool it really was and how helpful it was. Girls showing me how to do my eyeshadow or what clothes they got this season from Forever 21. I told Hannah immediately she should make these videos since she was so good at makeup, but she said, oh my gosh, no way, I can't do that. So I said, okay, I will. And then right then and there, we sat down and we filmed my first makeup video on my white little MacBook in photo booth in my room. And throughout high school, I continued making these videos purely for fun. And YouTube really taught me how to be so confident and not to care about what mean comments said about me or negative people from my high school. I never knew what YouTube would grow into in my life and that it would seriously become my whole life. And I just want you all to know how grateful and how blessed and lucky I feel every single day. And in the 10th grade, Lucy and I quit swimming to focus solely on rowing year-round. We started lifeguarding together as a summer job after sophomore year, and we would lifeguard between rowing practices, and we really enjoyed that. This is when rowing really became serious for us and we knew we wanted to row lightweight in college. Then in the beginning of my junior year of high school, I started dating my first boyfriend. Although we're not together anymore, we dated for 3 years and he was definitely a huge part of my life. He taught me what it was like to really love someone, and I will always have love in my heart for him. The spring of Lucy's and my junior year of high school, we trained like crazy together in a double, and we actually won a bunch of regional and state level regattas. We qualified for youth nationals, and I remember thinking, oh, we just won't even go. They're in Sacramento, California, across the country. We seriously don't even have a shot. And we ended up going with our coach, just the two of us. We packed up our stuff and went across the country. And we were definitely the underdogs traveling out there with just the two of us and our coach. But I was so shocked when we placed 5th overall in the nation for the women's youth lightweight double category. And I was so proud of what we had accomplished. Then because of our race results and our ERG scores, we were being recruited at a bunch of colleges for rowing and ended up taking official visits at UMass Amherst, Boston University, and University of Wisconsin. And what's funny is I actually had crossed off Boston University on my list of colleges I was interested in after I visited the first time because I didn't like the campus. I didn't want to go on the official visit for rowing, but my parents encouraged me to look at BU again. After my first night staying there with the team, I just knew it was right for me, and so did Lucy. We never planned on going to the same college. We just had so many similar interests that led us to both choose to commit to Boston University for lightweight rowing. I came into BU my freshman year in 2015, excited to pursue my biology major and dreams of becoming a dentist and row on the lightweight women's rowing team. And after a year of that, I found myself actually extremely unhappy. I'd never been as sad as I was the summer after my freshman year of college. Just it didn't feel right, So I decided to make a change at the beginning of my sophomore year of college. Or actually a lot of changes. I quit lightweight rowing as I felt so burnt out after 6 years of rowing competitively. I changed my major to business since I started to really hate biology and realized I didn't want to be a dentist. Then I broke up with my boyfriend of 3 years because I knew the relationship was no longer right for me and I just wasn't myself anymore and I wasn't loving myself. I was actually a lot happier my sophomore year of college since I prioritized myself and my happiness. I started to go to SoulCycle religiously and I became obsessed. And I think it's good to be selfish in your early 20s and live your life for yourself. I joined a sorority spring semester of my sophomore year, which I never thought I would join a sorority, but I just joined to branch out and meet more friends than the friends that I had made rowing at BU. I was in my little athlete bubble, so I'm super happy I branched out. It was such a great decision, and I'm so happy to have my sorority as my little family in Boston. And then my junior year of college was definitely tough academically, and it was difficult balancing school and YouTube. I really enjoyed YouTube this past year though, because I became so close to my friends Arlen, Maggie, and Emma that do YouTube as well. They inspire me every day and push me to be the best me. And I was so lucky this year to be able to travel all year for my job and have the best opportunities of working with brands I love the most. Some of my favorite trips in the past year have been Laguna Beach, Miami, Aruba, Puerto Vallarta, Palm Springs, Paris, London, Italy, and Morocco. Wow, I feel blessed. I love traveling, and I know I will continue traveling and learning about other cultures as much as I possibly can. So here I am now, going into my senior year of college, and I really can't believe it. Life has a way of flying by, and I try to make the most of every day. I truly believe everything happens for a reason, and you should live your life serving those around you and bringing them up and trying to be your best self that you can be. I say I can't wait to graduate and finish my marketing degree, but in all honesty, I can't imagine closing this last chapter of college and becoming an actual adult. I know it'll come sooner than I can even imagine, but for now I'm going to cherish every moment and every day I get with the people around me that I love.